I've got a yearling heifer over here that's got wire wrapped around her back 2 legs. She can hardly walk because it's both of them and they're digging into her skin. I can see that. I don't know how the heck I'm gonna be able to do this. Easy. Dang it, that looks rough. Hey guys, welcome back to Marisa Bison. Got a little interesting thing happening here. This is a kind of a first time for me, but I've got a yearling heifer over here that's got wire wrapped around her back 2 legs. It looks like somebody just roped her, but it's hot wire. So looks like they got into her 1 strand of hot wire, broke it, and it wrapped around her legs. And I don't know how the heck I'm gonna be able to do this, but I mean, she can hardly walk because it's both of them and they're digging into her skin. I can see that. So I'm not going to be able to just walk up to her in the pasture. 1, that's dangerous. 2, she's just going to walk away from because she can still operate on 4 legs right now. So I don't know exactly what to do. You can't really rope these animals. It's hard to do because you can choke them. Their larynx is so much bigger than your typical cow or your bovine. They'll die really fast. So can't do that. Really need to get her up in the corral. That would be ideal. There she is right there. She can barely walk, poor thing. Having all these other yearlings around is gonna make it difficult for me to get to her because they're gonna go wherever she goes. If I could get her in the corral, we could get her in our loadout. I don't have a squeeze chute here or anything like that, unfortunately. We could get her in our loadout. I could put bars in between our loadout and pin her in there, and we could do that. But that's going to be hard to do, especially with all these other hooligans around her. These are all like your teenage kids. They're a mess a lot of the time. So I gotta devise a plan real quick. We'll get back to you. Okay. I think she's back here somewhere. Yeah, they're coming up and checking on her. They know she's in stress. Here she is right here. Yeah, see that black heifer behind her's checking on her. The bull's checking on her. These animals know whenever there's some sort of stress. Well, he's sniffing over her backside, being a boy. Yeah, see, she's gonna be real distant. Dang it, that looks rough. Look at that. This bull is licking on her wounds. Wow. These animals are amazing. So I'm just kind of analyzing it with my camera to see it up close. Bullet, come here. Had to bring in the reinforcements. All right, so I got Marisa out here and Bo's asleep. He's in his car seat. in the truck. So this is going to be a challenge. Yearlings are much more tougher and less trained than the adults. I'll just say that. They're harder. Like I said, they're teenagers, knuckleheads. So Marissa's in the truck. I'm going to kind of use her as the rear of this drive. I'm going to take the ATV and kind of side flank them because it's a little quicker and nimble than that truck. Plus, I don't want Marissa doing anything fast with Bo. They're over here on the hill, so I'm going to try to go round them up. They're grazing and stuff. They're wanting to be out on grass. We've got to make a move really soon, so that's why we're jumping on this now, because that wire, now this is a 12 gauge hot wire. It's not hot or anything. It's obviously broke. She got into her one strand main line somehow. It's wrapped around both legs and it's digging into her skin. You can see by the footage of me zooming in, I could see it a lot closer, and it's digging into her skin. Some of them, one of those bulls was coming up and licking her wounds. So we're not going to push them too hard. The only other option that we could do here is that to call my vet. Even if he's available, he'd come out in the field and dart her with a tranquilizer, and then we could go out and repair. I can't do that because of the drug. I'm not, it's not legal for me to go out. I can dart mine with dewormer and stuff like that. That's not a problem. Tranquilizing, that specific drug, I'm not legally able to have it in my hands. That's why you have to call your vet and do it. If we can't get them rounded up and can't get her to come up, then we got issues. So the idea is to get her in our loadout. We don't have a squeeze chute. We'll put bars in between her to kind of sink her in, and then we'll cut this wire off over. That's the idea. That's what we hope to do. Easier said than done, but the main thing is I catch them in this main area. If I can catch them in this main area where our new barn is built, what I call the trap, we can run them around and hopefully get her. I just don't want to push her too much, so we're going to take our time. What?
So you got some Lainey Wilson playing in.
Oh, I did? Some Lainey Wilson? I'm going to go out since they're in that corner and see if I can push them to bring them back over here. My thought was if we can get them going, I'll put you in the very back so you can drive slow and I'll flank them. But I'm going to go get them right now. See if I can get them up closer, and then I'll call you and tell you what to do.
Okay.
We'll try that.
Hold me with
Some what?
specific.
Okay. You heard it. Here we go. A lot of grass out here. They're happy bison. Horses are down there, living the dream. All right, there she is right there. So it's one of those things we're gonna have to move the whole yearling herd. Look how tall this stuff is. I think this is ragweed. Jeez. I'm not telling what's living in here. Oh, hello, Bison. So she's gonna be right there. But I'm gonna have to move them all because I won't be able to just move two. That heifer, there's a heifer over there with her now. So let me see if I can get them pushed around real quick. Just quickly, as I'm starting to move these guys, this is what she's caught in right here, guys. This is my one strand of hot wire. As you can see, it's broke. And it runs all the way up to the corner there, and it ties back actually into the Ponderosa barn. That's where our power is, our energizer is. So this strand runs all the way down here, across, and then it runs our hot wire system for when we trained our adults. So we divide our pastures up. So, all right, let's see if we can push these hooligans. They're in a group, so that I like that. Not all spread out. We're just gonna ease our way this way. They may use the woods against me. The 6-seater ATV is not the most quick turning, but it's better than on foot. Cora was ready, I'd say we'd be on horseback, but right now, she's right here. Marissa's sitting over there. They're moving. All right. Don't want them to go back this way. Maybe she'll take them to where I want her to go. All right, she may help us here. We can get her to, this is exactly where I want it. Okay, you come in the back, just slowly. Yep, we're gonna keep them going straight. If they see that gap, they'll go through. Just hang tight, let them turn. I don't want them to go back. If one goes back, they'll all go back. Shoo! So she's right here. She's moving real slow. Just hang tight. Let me walk them a little bit. They're a little confused. They'll follow that lead. She's right back here. Yeah, looks rough. So, right over there, kind of where that excavator is. Keep coming up the back a little bit next to that pecan tree. Hey, Gunny. So we're trying not to pressure them too bad. Keep coming. So we're gonna sit here right here and wait. Just gotta get them to go right there. Oh, there's one, she sees it. Mama Marissa coming in behind. Got him. There we go. Worked. Now we gotta keep moving them while they're on the momentum. Lock these gates real quick. Well, thanks to my wife for helping. We've now got them from pasture 1 into our trap. But it's not over yet. gonna eat some of this grass. There she is. Now we're gonna go from the trap into a smaller portion of the corral and into another holding pen. Once we get them in there, we can start sorting them out. Those may go around. Yeah, but it's not the end of the world. But we got them this far. There she is. They just need to go right where that pile of screenings is. They wanted to come over here and get up close to the bulls. Come on. I think this is our biggest calf crop we ever had. So it's a large group of yearlings. 2 of them are the Yellowstone bulls that are in here, by the way. They have yellow tags. Okay, we got them, and there she is. So now we got to do some sorting. Good kids. That went a lot smoother than I thought, but we got to get those off of her ASAP. So our loadout has kind of grown up with weeds and stuff, but the idea is to get her to come around, down, right through here. And then I have a bar right here. This bar will go across. I think once she gets in here, she'll settle down a little bit, but I can put that bar across here and keep her from going back and forth. Sort of squeeze her down and then go in and start cutting. So this is our typical loadout right here, and a trailer would be backed up right here. Essentially, this gate would be swung open, but right now we just want her to come in here and sit still. Just right over there. Tricky part is going to be this right here. I don't want the entire group moving. I obviously just want a couple. Her herself would be nice, but she's not going to go by herself. If I could pin her out and get her to go. Dang it. Tough. I need one more pin. Okay, I'm gonna make a little change real quick. All right, so kind of made a decision here. I'm gonna open this up. We got a pin here they can go into. I'm gonna take a big chunk of them out, which will make it much easier for me to sort her. She'll get roughed up and whatnot if a whole bunch of them are in there. So, and then I'll sort her out. After I get this big group of these yearlings out, it'll make it much easier for me to get her in a couple or by herself. Sometimes you just gotta get rid of stuff, or some of these animals get rid of stuff. Some of these animals, to reduce the stress on me and make it easier on me to work them. So I'm back here. Let's see if we can get a chunk of these guys out. So she's right back there. She's not really probably wanting to move too hard and fast, so I'm gonna cut her off here. Need y'all to move for me. Okay, they should go. Any takers? Any other takers? Here's one of those Yellowstone bulls. Yeah, so they should all leave. Gunny, you can go too, silly girl. Oh, don't go, girl. Okay, we got her by herself. Sorry, it got a little wild, guys. Phone may have shook a little bit. Okay, there's a big chunk of them right there. Actually, all of them but her. So now we'll swing this. It's a dead end for her. She's gonna be forced to go into her loadout now. All right, girl. All right, so because those other yearlings are right there next to her, she went in there. So right now, she's in our catch pen. She's not in the loadout, she's just in the catch pen. Don't come out, don't come out. Huh? No, you're okay. All right, you come up, hon, probably. She's gonna make this turn here in a second. Easy. Easy. She's gotta see it first. Oh, there it is. There she goes. All right, come down there and hopefully she sits. Nope, nope. Ah, it's too wide. It's too wide. Maya, no.
This isn't gonna work in this.
It's too big.
It's too wide.
It's too wide. I forgot how wide it was.
You almost need a way to, like, if you could swing them in, you could swing it in and squeeze her, but that would be a oofta. But they don't swing in because of how the...
I've had issues with how wide this is.
Yeah. Is it coming off? It's almost off.
It's almost off.
I could have probably grabbed it when she was right here. I wasn't even thinking. Sorry.
Easy. Whoa. You had it. Yeah, she did get a bunch of it. Oh, it's all coming off. Yeah. Some of it did come off. Look out, girl.
It's wrapped. It's like tight around there, Dusty. Or should I have wrapped it around the...
Okay, let's do it one more time. I've got the pliers.
Dusty, even if you pull on it, I don't think it's gonna undo. It's so tight around that last little coil in the back. Maya! Oh, it came off! It came off. Yeah, it's off. Can you open that gate right there? And come on, girl.
Maya, no.
Dang. I'm sure she's sore.
She's already walking better. She can actually walk now. Poor thing. So this is 12 gauge wire. Comes in some long rolls. This one is by Gallagher. Has nothing to do with the brand whatsoever. You can get this in lots of different brands. But this is what was digging into her, wrapped around her. So basically had to bring her all the way up here in the corrals just to push her and put her in tight spaces to get this to come off. I can see, oh, you probably can't tell, there's a little bit of flesh on that, but she's already walking so much better. At least her back two legs aren't tied together. What we just went through right there is so much easier because we're around our animals. If you're not around them that much, that have bounced off the, first of all, we wouldn't have caught them in the pasture more than likely to get them to come in our trap. They'd have bounced all over the pasture. They'd have bounced around in these pens. Not one of them have their tongues hanging out. She may, because she just got pushed a little bit. But it's because they're used to the ATV. They're used to that truck. They're used to seeing us. Now calves could be a little bit trickier. You know, she did hit her nose a little bit, but, and some of you are probably wondering, well, Dusty, why didn't you keep her up here just to make sure she's doing okay? You can't put these animals by themselves. It would have stressed her out even more to put her by herself. That will kill a bison. That's a big difference between cattle and bison is, yeah, I could have pinned her up here and made sure she was okay, but I can already tell you right now, she's so much better. Her wounds will heal, but we can keep them up here in this corral for a couple days, but she needs to be out there with them. She needs to feel comfortable. She doesn't need to feel stressed, and out there is where she needs to be. They're gonna heal her. I don't know if they're all going over licking her wounds and trying to be with her and help her. So we can keep them up here for a little bit. Make sure she's doing okay. I haven't seen any blood whatsoever, so we caught this at the right time. If this would have been on a couple more days, it'd have been digging in, and then we'd have actually had problems. So when you work your animals like this, and our loadout is typically not a problem, but I just opened that gate. But this loadout is just too wide. This was here when we got to Ponderosa. Okay. Kind of runs down there, so they come down. You've seen me probably do it several times. You've been following me. I'm gonna shut this and I'll step in here so you guys can see it. So there was a head gate right here. That's what this pipe is for. I need to clean this up. I need to make it better. But there was a head gate here. I gave it to a friend. Wasn't gonna work for us. may needed it right then and there, but this is just too wide. So typically our alleys or lanes, whatever you want to call them, our little short alleys here are about 28 inches wide. Can be 30. But this one's too wide. And so you can kind of already see it's been bowed out a little bit from animals turning around. An adult has a hard time turning around in this. Yearlings and calves can for sure turn around. So I had a heifer, this spring. I was trying to load up. I'd sold to a gentleman, trying to load up, and she gave me all sorts of problems. She wouldn't go into the trailer right there. She just did not want it. I stepped away for 5 minutes, gave her some room, came back, and she was in there. She just wanted to do it on her own terms. But she could spin around in here as well. And that's the part I don't like. You want to run them in one time, run them down this lane one time and get them loaded out or work them, whatever you're going to do. We had to run her down here 4 or 5 times with my bar. I could put the bar here, but it didn't really slow her down. She just jumped over it because she's got too much room. I just said it to Marissa. We need a squeeze chute here full time. And I'd love to have one. You know, that's why we have to rent Doc's all the time and have him, because typically you only need it twice a year, once in the spring, once in fall. Well, this year we only worked our animals past fall. Sorry, in 2024, we worked our animals. We didn't work them this spring. We definitely need to work on getting a squeeze chute here, and I'd like a mobile one so I can take it to different properties if I needed to, instead of putting animals on trailers and haul them around. You don't want to do that. So if I could have a mobile squeeze chute, which they make them, you know, we could do that. We could have one here full time and need it. And whenever we need it, we can use it if we have one here full time. Or if I've got friends that need a squeeze chute, I can take it to them. And so typically those are hydraulic ones, which those are nice, but they come with a price tag as well. So, all right, well, we've got that covered for now. So we will keep an eye on her, see how she's doing, but she's in a much better place being out there with them, promise you. So they want back out in the grass, but that's why they're all looking at me funny. So lucky that thing just come off. Just pushing her a little bit, that wire came off in 2 different sections. So obviously I gotta go fix the hot wire before I let them back out. I gotta do that. But my wife came through clutch for me. Bo's asleep, luckily, and she could come over and help me, and she got that wire off. So sometimes you gotta have a little luck. That's what I always like to say. If that ain't bison ranching for you, or cattle ranching, I've seen guys go through this. It doesn't matter what animal you raise. Animals get into stuff sometimes. Could that be prevented? Well, yeah, if I didn't have hot wire out there, and that's only 1 strand. If I had 3 or 4 strands of hot wire, she could have been tangled in all of it, but it was 1 strand. So just thankful it was 1 strand, but it came in 2 pieces on her, or it broke off in 2 pieces. That is ranching for you. That is livestock for you. Luckily, it didn't start digging into her skin, and we caught it in the right time. So I'll take the positive over the alternative on this situation. So I want to thank my wife for her help. Thank you guys for watching this. We'll see you guys soon. We're going to keep on bison ranching.